Hello, Powerators. I am Power Nate,
And I'm the Mountain.
and today we actually have Powerade Power Water in the cucumber lime flavor.
This is very interesting. I don't think we've tried a power water on the channel
This
before.
is our first Power Water review.
Yeah,
actually.
I had to go to Walmart. I believe it said they had it in stock. But this is the only one I could find. There are two other flavors. There is tropical mango, and I believe it is blue raspberry cherry, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I'm very interested in this because this is sort of a different experience.
It's almost an entirely different drink in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's still got some of the similar characteristics. Obviously, the bottle is a lot thinner, and it's see-through.
It's a bit smaller. I accidentally knocked the camera when I did that.
Even the label itself is see-through, which might make it a little harder to read. But it's very interesting looking, and even the sort of honeycomb design is a little thinner and smaller, but more repeated. It's interesting.
Yeah, I guess we should just jump right into the nutrition facts of this. It still has your normal electrolytes in it, but just getting into the nutritional facts. Serving size is 1 bottle. 0 calories in this entire thing, actually. 4% of your daily value of sodium, so you are getting slightly less sodium and electrolytes than I assume you would get in a normal bottle of Powerade. Yeah.
But I guess that's the Power Water brand they're going for something a little different.
Yeah. It doesn't have any sugars.
Interesting.
It's got some vitamins in there.
It's got magnesium, it looks like, some percentage. Doesn't say much, but
just jumping into the ingredients part. Oh, do you want to?
Oh, no. I was just idly sort of discussing the nutritional facts because there is a lot there that we kind of skim over because we figure a lot of it's not necessary. It's things that you see when you're looking at the ingredients list. Magnesium is there, potassium is there, sodium is there, things like that. Like there's 49 milligrams of potassium, it looks like.
Yes.
So I mean it's not super important, but
it's just worth.
It's worth noting if you're going to be having a whole bottle, which I suppose you might do.
Anyway, just getting back to the ingredients, we have. It's a bit hard to read just because of the nature of it.
It's a bit.
I might have to take this a bit slower than I usually do.
That's fine.
So we have water, less than 0.5% of natural flavors, citric acid, electrolytes such as salt, magnesium, and calcium chlorides, potassium sorbate and sodium benzoate, and ascorbic acid, and calcium disodium EDTA to protect flavor, sucralose, acesulfame K, vitamins B3, B6, B12. Getting to the hard to pronounce section, we have niacinamide, pyridoxine hydrochloride, and cyanocobalamin.
Interesting. I noticed that actually, so it went literally to water and then less than 0.5% of natural flavors.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's probably going to be, I have a feeling it's going to be a very dilute, just a very dilute sort of drink.
Yeah, like you're thinking more like a seltzer, something like that. I'm excited to try this. I've not actually had any yet.
I obviously haven't.
Yeah, I had to get a little 6-pack, I believe it was.
Yes.
I think they do sell single bottles, but I couldn't find any, so this was all I could find. Yeah, I'm interested to see.
Should we crack it open?
Yeah, crack it open. I'm excited.
All right. Oh. Let's just bring this down real quick.
Oops, yeah. There you go.
I think that's about the original angle, I think.
More or less. Ooh, that's the smell like. Yeah, don't squeeze too much. It's pretty high up to the top. Ooh.
It pours out differently.
Ooh, that's such a strong smell. Wow. That's like...
I actually haven't smelt it yet. Let me smell it.
Ooh, it's very limey, but it's also very...
Oh, yeah, I smell it now.
That's strong.
I had to lean in a bit to get to it.
There's a little sweetness in there almost. It's like... It doesn't smell like your normal Powerade. This smells
not at all.
Very interesting. This is something I would not expect them to do.
It is very strong cucumbery.
It's very strong cucumbery, but also I think it's almost equal amounts of lime.
Maybe. I smell some lime, yeah.
Yeah, I smell a good amount of lime. It's like a sweet, kind of like a popsicle kind of lime. We're not sponsored by popsicle, but... Yeah, I mean, I'm not like a candy maker or anything, but like it smells kind of like that sort of lifesaver.
Yeah.
Very most artificial lime.
No, I'm colorblind, but there's no color here.
No, there's no color in here. Absolutely,
yeah,
this is like, completely clear.
I mean, there might be a slight tint.
No, it to me it looks completely clear.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's more.
Thank you for being the one with the vision.
Yeah, I have pretty good eyesight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Very funny joke. But yeah, let's cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Quite frankly, I was taken aback by that.
That's actually extremely good.
It was very good.
That was like... Okay, so when you hear power water, cucumber, lime, you sort of expect, it's going to have, it's going to be water. You're thinking it's going to be sort of very diluted, a little salt, something like that, and maybe a little taste. But actually, this is closer, I would say, to some of those sort of aspartame seltzers that you may find.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe the CVS brand is Clear Delight, where it's flavored seltzer, but with aspartame, and it's very sweet. And this is also very sweet, and it's interesting because I expected more of that kind of diluted, like you said.
Yeah.
But this is, it's different.
I was very surprised at how strong the flavor actually is.
Mm-hmm. And it's real interesting because the cucumber is actually rather present, but it's not like sort of like flavorless. It's actually rather sweet. And I'm thinking the I believe there's sucralose in there is the culprit, but the sucralose is actually kind of working pretty well.
Yeah,
like it
works better in here than it does with some of the Powerade Zeros.
Yeah, I almost wonder if there's maybe less of it, which is probably why.
Mm-hmm.
But something about the cucumber and the lime, which I've not even mentioned yet, and the sucralose is playing really well together.
Yeah, and just sort of going off of that sort of idea of the flavors, I think that the combination of cucumber and lime, I wasn't expecting it to work out as well as it did.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. And I think I did mention before, I said like, it smelled a bit like a lifesaver, but like it is just like, it's a refreshing lime. Or like I would say it's mostly lime. I think the smell is pretty even, but I think the taste is more so lime than cucumber.
You do get some cucumbery undertones.
Yeah,
but...
you get like, it's almost like watermelon rind. You know what I mean? Like it has that kind of taste, and I think they're in the same family. But the cucumber actually works pretty well here. Like it does. You wouldn't think it's like, you'd say maybe it tastes more vegetably, but I think here it actually makes it kind of like its own interesting. It almost tastes like a fruit here, quite frankly. Like I think mixed with the lime, you're getting kind of this tartness. With the sucralose, you're getting a sweetness, and like, I don't know what you would say. I guess crispness for the cucumber.
Yeah.
It actually, they go together surprisingly well. Quite frankly, I'm actually like shocked this is as good. I mean, this is like a niche flavor. This is not something you would expect.
I must give a shout out to the people who actually thought of this flavor to begin with.
I've had sort of other cucumber lime sort of things, but a lot of them is like soap or something, or like a shampoo.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's like it reminds you of like a spa or something like that. And honestly, yeah, it's kind of sort of similar to the vibe I'm getting. It's like relaxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is a very relaxing drink in an odd way.
Yeah, which is a weird thing to say about Powerade, because normally you think of Powerade as like a very active sort of brand, thinking about, it's a sports drink.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like, I could just imagine myself just drinking this.
Yeah, it's
in a weird way.
A very nice drink.
Yeah, it's almost like a lime popsicle, maybe a little bit.
Maybe.
I think I said that, but it's like, it's good. And actually, I kind of said it was like kind of artificial tasting before, but I think with the sucralose and the cucumber, somehow it kind of makes it taste like a little more
natural.
Yeah, like fresher, which is interesting. And I think, quite frankly, this is maybe one of the most full-bodied, vibrant drinks we've had on the channel. Like, this is genuinely...
Very flavorful.
Yeah. But not in a way where it's, like, overpowering. Like, I think maybe Fruit Punch Zero was pretty strong.
In a negative way.
Yeah, or, I think the, what was it, the Ultra...
Citrus Blast.
Yeah, the Citrus Blast was also very strong. This is strong, but it's a very good flavor. And I think this is one of the few times where the sucralose has actually really helped that flavor.
Yeah.
And actually made
it
in
an odd way.
Pretty good. I mean, quite frankly, it's surprising to hear that there's no sugar in this, because it's amazing.
Yeah.
This is actually... In fact, this almost makes me very excited to try out the mango...
other Powerade...
the Power Water.
Yes.
Yes, the Power Water. I'm actually surprised that this is... this is kind of like a new thing. I went on the website and said it was new. And again, I couldn't find it in most retailers, so I don't know if it's something maybe they're bringing out, or maybe it's, not everywhere. Perhaps it's not as popular as, quite frankly, it should be. But yeah, I mean, this is really delicious. Like, it's so different to what I expect from Powerade that I'm actually surprised it's working so well. Like, and also I will say, this is something we don't usually talk about. There's a bit of a sort of saltiness, an underlying saltiness to Powerade, just because of the electrolytes. But here, I think actually it makes it like a sort of like a mixed drink in a way. Like it's kind of got a little bit of everything in there, and I think especially works with this cucumber flavor.
Yeah,
and I'm assuming the Power Water. Obviously, there's no colors or dye or anything, but I'm assuming also there's less salt. I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there was less sodium. I'm assuming it's more about the water and the flavor than the sort of electrolyte granting power. So I think it's more about hydration, more so than specifically sweat, which is interesting, sort of new take on Powerade, I think.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, this is clearly something they're trying out, and I think it's gone pretty well. This is about a pint.
Yeah.
500 milliliters specifically.
Yeah.
It's like a new angle for Powerade. Frankly, I think I would be very interested to try this as a sugared flavor.
Ooh.
I believe there are other sports drinks that have cucumber lime, but the ones that I've had, they've been not very good.
But Powerade seems to have the flavor like just...
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. I think with even if it was with full sugar instead of sucralose, actually it might actually probably be a lot better. And that's saying a lot because this is already
very good flavor, especially for a Powerade flavor with no sugar.
Yeah, I mean, like not only is it no sugar, this is a niche flavor. Not many people are going to be going out to the store and saying, "I want some cucumber lime water." Like, and I think they are probably going for that more health focused. Maybe people who do yoga, they're into their nootropics and things like that. People who are being more mindful, I think that's kind of the angle they're going for here with more interesting flavors. But genuinely, I would love to try this as like, as one of the normal Powerade sugared flavors.
Yeah.
What would you rate this?
I would rate this.
I know what I would rate this. I would rate this a 6.5 out of 7.
Ooh, I was gonna say 6 out of 7.
I think this is real delicious.
I think it's pretty good.
It's
very good drink.
Yeah, I mean, I almost say it's. I almost want to bump down my not the mountain berry, excuse me, the mixed berry zero that we had earlier. Because I feel like this is actually really delicious and not. I think that's on a different level. I think I was perhaps biased because that was like it's so similar to mountain berry, which I love.
But this is a new take on Powerade.
This is such an exciting new venture for Powerade that I'm stunned that this is something we can be a part of. I think it's
surreal that we're able to drink something like this.
Cucumber lime Powerade. I mean, water. I mean, it's just like an interesting new thing, and it makes me frankly excited for the water series more so than I was for the Ultra or the Zero series.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if this is something that has no right to be as delicious as it is, and it's amazing, and I love it.
It is a very fine. I think that the Powerade Coca-Cola company is.
They're on some next level.
Yes. I wasn't sure how to put my thoughts into words, but they're definitely. This new business venture is definitely a good path to go down, I'd say.
And I know we've made jokes in the past about Powerade wine, but I mean this is water. This is sort of a new venture for them. It's not obviously not too different from say the Zero line, except I think the flavors are obviously much different.
Yeah.
And the sort of the makeup, the sodium, things of that nature is a little different, but it's in a similar ballpark. But I would put this. I think I would put the water series above the Zero series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think...
based on what I've tasted, I think this beats all of the Zeros.
Yeah, which, I mean, is pretty incredible. We just had the one. I mean, there's two more. There could be even more in the future if this is a successful venture for Powerade. I could see maybe they try, say, an orange or a lemon or something of that nature. That could be good.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah, I think that actually might be decent. But yeah, cucumber lime. I mean, I don't think there's a standard lime flavor. I believe there's things that have been mixed with lime, like the citrus blast. But I think this is the first that we've had that sort of sweet lime flavor, which is interesting. And also the fact that it was mixed with cucumber. It's genuinely surprised me. It's taken me back.
Very good flavor.
Yeah. So
with that out of the way, I think there's not much else to say about this flavor other than it is very surprisingly good.
I would genuinely. I'm sure a lot of people. You may have had difficulty finding this in the store. If you do go to say Walmart or something and you find a 6-pack of it, it's very delicious and very worth it.
I would agree with that.
But even if you just find a single bottle, I would absolutely try it. I'm sure the more hardcore Powerade fans are a bit skeptical because it looks like it's just water. But I will say it reminds me very heavily of, of the sugared Powerade varieties. It's not like a seltzer or anything like that. Obviously, there's no carbonation or anything in it.
Yeah.
But it's very sweet and it's very delicious. And I'm maybe perhaps this is sort of where they're trying the more experimental flavors.
Maybe.
Like cucumber lime, which is crazy. I would have never expected that from
Powerade.
Yeah. You always think of more like the fruit flavors, your fruit punch, your lemon limes, orange, things like that.
You wouldn't think of a cucumber lime sort of.
No, I mean there's interesting flavors. You have your melons and things like that. But I think this is even a step beyond that. And genuinely, I think this is so refreshing. Again, I usually talk about the sort of sport angle. I think this is absolutely hands down one of the most refreshing, hydrating drinks that we've had on the channel yet.
Yeah.
Perhaps, again, maybe not as good for your sweat. There's certainly some electrolytes in there, but less than the normal Powerade.
Yeah.
And the fact that they say drink the whole bottle, I think is really indicative of
how little there truly is.
But yeah, I mean, they're
still, it's a pretty nice experience regardless.
It's good. I think it's interesting because even though there's less there, I think it's a better tasting drink. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a bit more restraint in the Power Water series, perhaps. And I'm just very excited to try the other two. I especially am also a big fan of mango, so I'm very excited to try that. So yeah, I mean,
I think that about wraps up this video.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a surprisingly good flavor. If you've not tried it, please try it. I think maybe even casual Powerade fans may get something out of this. Because it's certainly an experience to try at least once.
It's a very unique
probably
experience.
More than that. Yes.
But on that note, adios, Poweraders, and stay safe.
And I'll see you next time, and please, try this drink.
Yes.